Beloved in the Lord, much has changed in the prevailing recommendations regarding the COVID-19 outbreak since we last gathered on Sunday, March 15th. Of course, even as I announced, we were hopeful and prayerful that we could continue to gather as normal or as normal as possible. But after much prayer and discussion concerning the safety of our members and guests, in light of the CDC's new guidelines and under the guidance of our Synod leadership, the elders and members of the executive leadership team have decided on several actions concerning the operations of Redeemer Lutheran Church during this time. So if you'll bear with me, I've got a small list here for you. First, divine service on March 22nd and March 29th will be modified. There will be no in-person service at our building. A service of prayer and proclamation will be hosted online via YouTube and social media. And so I want to encourage you to view the service via YouTube, and to view the live stream, you can navigate to our channel on YouTube, or you can go to our homepage at redeemerwv.org and you'll be directed there. Second, after the service on the 29th, the elders, trustees, and executive leadership team will work with me to formulate plans for Holy Week. That is Monday, Thursday, Good Friday. My hope is that we'll be able to have full service, but in case we don't, we will probably do a similar online or something like that. We will have more information on that. Even still, we're going to continue to monitor this, and this will apply for worship services beyond Resurrection Sunday. Third, effective immediately, all gatherings of more than 10 people in our building are canceled until at least April 5th. That's Palm Sunday. And then again, we will reevaluate and see if we need to stay this course or change anything. Fourth, share groups of 10 or less are encouraged to meet as they are able. Fifth, the egg hunt has been canceled for now. The teams will consider, the team putting it on will consider another date for it. We can do it really any time of the year and celebrate the resurrection. Sixth, Sunday school has been canceled until the week after Resurrection Sunday. That would be April 19th. And that will be largely based on the assessment meeting we have after March 29th. Seventh, communion. We will not be offering communion at this time. This is not the option that I really desire, but it is also unwise to implement a communion practice such as many as have called a drive-by communion or drive-through communion. Communion is a communal practice, and it's made to be while we're gathered together. And so as we take communion to shut-ins and the like, that's an exception. And we usually take the elements that have been consecrated as part of the meal with the greater congregation so that they can be part of it. Now, if the suspension of services go beyond these 2 weeks that I've mentioned, we will revisit the topic of Holy Communion. The bottom line, as your pastor, for me, I would rather not partake than to do it poorly and contrary to the Lord's intent for it. Now, what can you do beyond the following or beyond the guidelines that we gave above? First, you can pray. I want to encourage us. Let each of us, as individuals, as families, use the discipline of prayer to call on God, who is our refuge, to preserve and protect us and enable us to find the best way to love our neighbors, even if that means social distancing, being apart from each other, especially as this momentary malady is in our midst. Second, you can connect. Continue to communicate with each other. Check in on one another and plan for the time that when this passes, looking forward to both fellowship and times of renewed teamwork. I think share groups will want to stay in touch and consider checking in on other members who are not currently part of your share group. And you may also stay connected with the church beyond the live stream times by checking in with us on Facebook. 3, you can maintain. Please continue to tithe and make offerings as you are able. The reality is, our expenses will continue even during this temporary time of not using the facilities. You may give online, or you may mail your offerings to Redeemer Lutheran Church, 1 Deer Walk Lane, Charleston, West Virginia, 25314. Fourth, persevere. When the time comes, consider volunteering for activities which might be needed to clean and disinfect the church for our eventual return to regular services. Beloved, please know that the entire leadership of Redeemer is praying for you, praying for our services, and for all the things that the Lord has in store for us. And so we want to encourage you to take comfort in knowing that your Heavenly Father is loving and good, that Jesus has forever removed the sting of death. And know this, beloved, God is always working, and He's always working redemptively. Finally, if you have any questions or any concerns, please reach out to me via email at pastor@redeemerwv.org. That's pastor@redeemerwv.org. Thank you.